I'll make a motion to approve as presented, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote?
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Motion passes. All right, moving on to item D, public comments. These are general public comments. Anyone in the audience wish to address the board? Okay. We're going to move into public hearings. We'll go ahead and we're going to open a public hearing on Williams County Board of County Commissioners Resolution 2024-08-20. Karen, do I need to read the whole thing? Okay. A resolution of the Williams County Board of County Commissioners, Williams County, North Dakota, imposing a sales, use, and gross receipts tax of 1% under the Home Rule Charter of Williams County, effective for 10 years, commencing April 1st, 2025, for the purpose of providing funding for public safety purposes, supplemental funding to public safety departments and agencies, sports, recreation, and community facilities, behavioral and rural health programs and facilities, and capital improvements to enhance social and economic vitality in Williams County. And we're looking for any public comments, is that correct? Okay, we'll call for public comments. Does anybody wish to address the board relating to this resolution? Okay, I'll call for a second time for any public comments. Okay, third and final time. Any comments regarding the resolution 2024-08-20? Okay, seeing no public comments, we'll close the public hearing. And now, do we need to approve it? All right, what are the wishes of the board?
I would make a motion to approve Resolution 2024-08-20 and authorize the chairman to sign.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, moving right along. Item F, new business, Basin Electric Cooperative. Aaron? Good morning. If you want to state your name for the record.
For the record, my name is Erin Lavadure. It's E-R-I-N, last name Laverdure. And Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, again, my name is Erin Lavadure. I work in member and community relations with Basin Electric Power Cooperative. I have here with me today my colleagues. I have Chris Bauer, who with your permission a little bit later, I would like to ask to speak as well. And then also in the audience, we've got Matt Ehrman, who is our Vice President of Engineering and Construction, and Mike Murray, who is our Director of Property and Right-of-Way. Today, for information only, we're requesting no action at this time, but I would like to, along with my colleagues, introduce a potential new power plant project to be possibly located in Williams County. Now, first, I'll introduce a little bit about the potential need for the project, and then later, as I mentioned, I would like to ask Chris Bauer, my colleague, to give a little bit more information.
Wonderful.
So Basin Electric is familiar to the area. We're not new to Williams County. In fact, our Pioneer Generation Station has been operating to the north and west of Williston here since 2013. And right now, we're actually in the process of adding even more generators to that site. Basin operates, owns, or purchases from power plants in several states, including North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana. Total, we've got about 8,100 megawatts of generation to help meet our members' needs. We are a member-focused cooperative. We've also, to get those electrons to where they need to go, we've got about 2,500 miles of high-voltage transmission, along with the associated substations, the telecommunications equipment, and the maintenance outposts, which we also do have here in Williams County. We're keen on community engagement too. Here in Williams County, since the beginning of the year, we have donated about $25,000 to various charitable causes in the county. Now, our generation and transmission assets, as I alluded to earlier, we manage those for the service of our members. So our mission as a generation and transmission cooperative is to generate and transmit that electricity to our members. And our members include 140 co-ops in 9 states. Those co-ops do include Montreal Williams here in Williams County. Now, our membership is growing across the footprint here in Williams County and across those 9 states that we serve. That growth is coming from a variety of places. It's coming from industrial development, commercial development, manufacturing, data processing, small business, residential, agriculture. So from a variety of different areas. Now, with that growth, our planning group has identified the need for Basin Electric to explore further development of generation resources. We need additional reliable dispatchable generation, and we've identified the need for an additional 1,000 megawatts to be in service in 2030. Right now, we are conducting the very initial development work. And we anticipate that development work to be done by the end of the year. But if approved, and with the approval of various permits that we would need to finish in our due diligence, construction could begin, if we do follow through with it, it could begin late next year. So next I would, with your permission, I would like to ask Chris Bauer to speak. He is the project manager, and he will speak a little bit more about the development and what the next steps are.
By all means.
Thank you. Do I do my name for the record as well?
You may as well, yeah.
Okay. Chris Bauer, CHRISBAUER. I'm a structural engineer with Basin Electric, and I am in charge of managing this project. Thank you for the time this morning. I just wanted to share the development work we've done to date. We actually started developing this project or this new resource the beginning of this year, so we've been at it for several months already. Some critical milestones we've crossed is we've completed a technology assessment. We've determined the right fit to serve that minimum 1,000 megawatts need, and we're going to look at a 2-unit combined cycle power plant. The actual output will be closer to 1,400 megawatts based on the combustion turbine technology available today. Combined cycle plant is a very efficient, and so are the turbines we're planning to use in the plant. We also conducted a detailed siting study, and this study considered several factors, including environmental considerations, obviously getting connected into the transmission system and getting natural gas to the facility, as well as land use and socioeconomic impacts. And we didn't limit it to Williams County, but the way the study worked out, putting all those factors together, Williams County was really an ideal location to build the facility. So we have identified a preferred site. It's in the Wheelock Township, and we're doing further due diligence on that site as part of our development work and bringing the full project cost back to Basin for approval. Primary reason why we wanted to present to the commission today is kind of a notice that as we're doing that development work, we're actually to the point where we're working on the North Dakota Public Service Commission certificate of site compatibility application. And as part of that process, you'll receive a formal letter notifying you of the project. As part of that permit, there are several factors that we're addressing and we'll be seeking input from the commission on. including land use, biological and cultural resources, socioeconomics and environmental justice, as well as impacts to transportation, human health, and the environment. We look forward to getting your comments on this project when you receive those letters. In addition to the Public Service Commission permit, we're also working on our air modeling and our air permitting. Right now, we're working on the air permit to construct with the North Dakota Department of Environmental Quality, and as well as the Title V air permit, which we'll eventually need to operate the facility. So as I mentioned, the main purpose today was to notify the commission of the project, let them know we've been working hard developing the project. We believe it's, Williams County is a really good site as far as serving our members' needs. I also wanted to let you know we are intending to do a same informational update at the Ray City Commission on September 9th and the Epping City Council on September 11th, as they'll be receiving letters about the project as well. And as Aaron alluded to, we're still in development. We still have a few months to go, we think, till the end of the year before we'll have the project fully vetted and developed. But we would entertain any questions you might have right away in this format here. And then again, also look forward to all your input as we go through the permitting process.
Is there, do you have an estimate of how many construction workers it will take to put this together?
We believe the peak will be at about 700 workers.
Okay. And is there any temporary workforce housing that is going to be included as a part of the project, or are you looking to do housing through hotels and other means?
We're working on that as part of the PSC permitting, so we don't know that right now at this time.
Okay.
We'll do the socioeconomic studies that'll help inform what kind of solutions would be needed.
You bet. So what is the total amount of megawatts that are going to be generating in Williams County, counting Pioneer Station as well?
So Pioneer is 800, oh, sorry. Pioneer Generation Station, we're currently adding a little over 583 megawatts in addition to what was already operating. So that site total will be about 830 or so, I think is what the ultimate megawatts will be there. Apologies for not having the specific right off the top of my head.
That's pretty
as
close,
we're
yeah.
still haven't
Nobody's holding you
commissioned
to those details.
Yeah, we haven't commissioned yet, but, and then this resource as well, so.
Do you know when the Pioneer Station will be fully operational?
Next year.
Okay,
In fact, we had some of our colleagues here working on commissioning activities today.
wonderful. In my mind, from a state perspective, it's crucial that we add value to our natural gas resources, and we have an abundance of natural gas, and if we can convert natural gas energy into electrons, I think that's a huge win for the area, and that consumption of gas here in North Dakota, as opposed to shipping it off to other places to add value to it, just makes a lot of sense from an economic perspective, for sure. Any other comments?
Just one quick question. Where, Wheelock, obviously, we know where that's at. Where at in there is, and I'm thinking of roads, right, is what I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, so it's somewhat near to the Wheelock substation, which is right along Highway 2. So it's in that general area. It is a little ways off of Highway 2, and I guess another reason for kind of being here and getting in front of the commission is we do want to reach out and work with the county road department on that as part of the development of the project as well. But that's some of the items we're looking at as far as our due diligence activities right now.
Any other comments or questions? We do appreciate the heads up and getting us informed before the letter shows up, so we appreciate the efforts of showing up and presenting.
And I will say, the letter will have a little bit more detail in it as well. We want to keep everything kind of high level at this point.
Absolutely. Have you secured the land?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an important step to get done before getting out there. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Yep, thank you for your time.
We appreciate your time and look forward to working with you.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, with that, we'll move into planning and zoning.
Good morning, Michelle Helgen with County Planning.
Good morning.
First item we have today is LU-0052-24, which is Ed Rentamaki on behalf of Stallion Crest LLC. They're requesting a zone change to urban residential for a proposed 1.09 acre lot. This is located in a tract within the north half of the northeast, except the right-of-way of Section 31, Township 154, Range 101 West, which is Williston Township. They are okay with this subdivision and the zone change to urban residential. However, the township does feel it is important for the property to remain in residential in the future. The applicant is requesting a minor subdivision which will create 2 lots. Parent parcel is approximately 9.37 acres and is currently within the rural residential zoning district. The newly created lots will be the 1.09 acres and approximately 8.28 acres. The larger 8.28 acre lot will remain in the rural residential zoning district, while the applicant is requesting a zone change to urban residential for the smaller 1.09 acre lot. Purpose of this minor subdivision is to separate the home that is on the property from the rest of the parcel. Access to the smaller lot is taken off of 49th Street Northwest, while access to the larger lot can be taken off Broken Horn Trail or if a private access road branching off 49th Street Street Northwest, excuse me. Minor subdivision is currently going through the review process and has been approved for Mylar. The lots will be known as MS 24-0037 and MS 24-0038. Recordation of this plat is contingent on the approval of the zone change. The Planning and Zoning Commission heard this item on Thursday, August 15th, and they did recommend approval 6-1.
Okay, is the applicant present? I don't see Ed here. Any questions for Michelle? Have they said what they want to do with the smaller lot?
They have, well, the smaller lot is where the home is currently sat.
Oh, that's the smaller.
Yep,
lot,
so
okay.
the smaller lot is right up there where the home is. The larger lot, they have not specified what the purpose in the future is.
But they want it residential.
Well, the township, it will remain rural residential, and the township does want it to also remain as residential.
Okay, yeah, I used to live right next to that, so that's, it would be nice to keep it residential. Anyway, any other questions for Michelle? If not, what are the wishes of the board?
Make a motion to approve following staff comments.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote?
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, so the second item today is LU-0054-24. Jeff and Kathy Barta are requesting a variance from the setback requirements within the agricultural zoning district. This is located in the northeast of the southeast of Section 6, Township 154 North, Range 95 West, which is Dry Fork Township, and they have recommended approval on this item. The applicant is requesting a variance for the setback requirements within the agricultural zoning district for both the front and section lines. The setback from a section line or the center line of a road easement of a designated county, state, or township road is 133 feet and 75 feet from the front setback. The applicant's variance request is for the reduction of the front setback to 21 feet from the 75 feet and 33 feet from 133 feet for the section line setback. The reduction in building setbacks are for a proposed 24 by 52 single-family modular home to be placed on the northeast corner of the subject property. The home is to be purchased from Like D Homes of Minot and will be placed on a concrete slab. The request does not qualify for the county administrative variance process as the setback reduction is greater than the 25% allowed in that process. Access to the subject property is taken off a private access road off North Dakota Highway 1804. When the Planning and Zoning Commission heard this item on August 15th, they did recommend approval with a vote of 7-0.
Okay, is the applicant present? Do you have any comments for the board? Okay. What are the wishes of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve and follow the guidelines of the, or the recommendations of the Planning and Zoning Commission conditions.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you. Okay. Item H, number 1, Dennis.
We have a change order for County Road 11, North Alamo, that Interstate is here to explain the change order for us to move forward.
Okay. And if you'll state your name for the record.
Good morning, my name is Dean Peterson. I'm with Interstate Engineering, the engineer on the County Road 11 project. This change order number 2 is a dollar amount of an increase of $163,374.59. It includes several items. The main item would be an increase in the amount of Class 5 needed for the subgrade or the subbase of the road section. We needed additional quantities for Class 5 to achieve a 9-inch depth of total Class 5 depth on the road. As we were grading the road and reshaping the road surface, we took measurements of the existing gravel, and it was found to be at an average of 1.88 inches, which is pretty thin. So, and we wanted to get that total depth of 9 inches. So this change order accounts for the additional quantity of Class 5 that was needed to achieve that depth. We wanted to make sure that the structural section was solid instead of just using the existing material that was underneath the gravel. So just to clarify the total change order, it includes the additional quantity of Class 5 material. It also includes some deductions for Class 5 gradation that was out of spec. The last few days, they had some material that didn't quite meet the spec, so according to the DOT policy, we're including deductions for that. It also includes crusher mobilization. The contractor had to mobilize equipment to the gravel pit to crush some more material because of the added quantity. And in addition to that, there are some freight charges for pipe delivery. And I'll entertain any questions you have.
So the total change order is 163,000 and some change?
Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
Well, I was just curious as, like, how we get that far off on the gravel quantity. I mean, it was surveyed or measured and stuff prior to the job, I would imagine.
Oh, we had some borings done that were 11 years ago. They were unreliable as far as the depth of the gravel. There were 21 borings done, and all 21. Well, there were 21 borings total on their project, which included other roads. But all 21 borings indicated a 3-inch depth. So, and that was 11 years ago. So we really didn't have a good grasp on the depth of the gravel as we're going into the project.
Is there a lot of oil activity up there? Okay.
I would have a little bit more current information myself, when you go to, when you go to bid a job, but.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
I would make a motion to approve the change order for County 11.
Is there a second? Oh,
The chairman signed.
okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote?
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do you have anything else for us, Dennis? Okay. Okay, moving on to facilities. Keith, you're up.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
We're moving on to the next step of the Williams County Correctional Center Jail Infirmary renovation project. Two things this morning are the CMAR determinations, the construction manager at risk determinations, and then the appointment, if you so choose, of a construction manager at risk selection committee. And that's two separate.
Okay, so we need a motion on determinations to be made. Do we need a motion on the determination to be made by BOCC to proceed with construction manager at risk, or how do? Yep, all right, tell us what we need to do, Karen.
Yeah, just make a motion to accept those determinations or make those determinations. I mean, you've got the list out there in front of you. Just say, motion to approve the determinations is fine.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the determinations to proceed with construction manager at risk.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote?
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
And then I've pulled together the list of people that I found that are willing to serve on the committee for that CMAR selection. For administrative staff, it's Commissioner Corey Hansen, County Administrator Helen Askham, and Sheriff Verlin Quandy. North Registered Architect is Nick Lippert with JLG. North Dakota Engineer is Wayne Crow with County Highway. And North Dakota Licensed Contractor is Ryan Wickham with Ryan Wickham Construction. And then myself as a non-voting member.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the committee. What are the wishes?
I think so. I think so.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the selection committee. Looks like there's one correction. I believe Wickham is spelt with a I and not a Y.
Okay, is there a second?
Hanson is spelled with an O and not an E.
Oh, two corrections. Who's this guy? Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right. Beth, roll call vote?
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Have a good
Thanks, Keith. All right, moving on to item I, report of county administrator, open positions report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You can see on the report in front of you, we're seeking permission to fill one maintenance technician position.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote?
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Motion passes.
And then I would just highlight on the back that we have a planning and zoning commission opening, seat 3, District 3. And so important that if you know anybody living in District 3, maybe encourage them to do that. We understand the person in the seat, I think, is ineligible to refill it. And then we have gotten a resignation from someone on the water board. And so sort of out of cycle, we have someone, we have that position open as well, looking for someone to fill that on the end of that term. And then, of course, we still have our Tioga Planning and Zoning, which remember was a century code requirement based on a population change. And so that's why we have this Tioga position that we had not had before. And as I understand it, very few people actually reside in the ETJ. And so that becomes the tricky part in Tioga. Yeah. That's all I have unless you have anything for me.
Any other questions for Helen? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And with that, we've reached item J, adjournment. Oh, wait, oh, sorry. My apologies.
It's okay. I wanted to sneak in here. Last week, I spent the majority of the week at the International Association of Assessing Officers annual conference, and wanted to share that we came away with this. This is the Certificate of Excellence in Assessment Administration. It is the highest professional award for a jurisdiction. There are only 56 awardees throughout all of the 13,000 plus U.S. jurisdictions and hundreds of international ones as well. We had to create a report of our policies, procedures, and resources, which reached over 156 pages, which is available for anyone who wants a good nighttime read.
Yeah.
And it proves that we are exceeding the IAAO standards as well as the uniform standards of professional appraisal practices. So this is good for 5 years, and then we will recertify. And so I just wanted to share that we are doing a good job.
Yes.
So,
Fantastic. Congratulations to you and the staff for achieving that.
yes. Yes, I'm very, very thankful for my staff for giving us support and helping out with this and doing the right stuff, apparently. So, thank you.
Wonderful. Good job, Darcy. And now with that, unless there's anybody else, we will adjourn. 8:35.